So when we're looking at our younger kids, especially the kids that are going back to school this week, every parent I've spoken to, it's overwhelming. We've all had a holiday. Then we've all had a crazy week of just jump into school, all of a sudden, lunch boxes, everything, right? And then it's a big thing for our brain to be able to understand, right? And so then if we're starting to think about if these things are not passing through our conscious awareness of keeping our bedrooms tidy or putting that cup away or leaving the towels on the floor or leaving the bags on the floor, is it because it's right too much for that capacity right now? Yeah. So how do we approach that with compassion? And then think about simple strategies to support that so that we're not being the, I suppose, overbearing, you know, you're not putting your school bag away kind of thing, but as opposed to if something was quite simple of, you know, having a little list and you tick it off, it's less for the brain then to think what they need to do because it's just literally, it's had that big full day. It needs to have that time just to relax. And I think we're in such a society where it's go, 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 go. Yeah. And we're not really understanding what is too much for our brain and the responsibilities that it really needs to focus on.
I was talking with someone recently, or part of a conversation. I obviously don't have kids, but they were talking about like the kids have got this on and that on, this on and that on. And these are the after school activities. How does that like play into this space of rest where we overcomplicate or we add undue stress into that? We don't give them a chance to play. We don't give them a chance to breathe. We don't give them a chance to have an afternoon nap if they need one. Yeah. Does that all play into this space around them being able to think and see and add capacity?
I think one of the big words you're looking at here is balance. Yeah. And I think this is a really, really big thing. I've got 3 kids, you know, trying to find that balance and trying to use the community to balance that too. Number one, it's obviously looking after ourselves first. So if we're driving around everywhere, is that really great? If we're exhausted, is it great for the kids? It's not. You might think that you're doing that for your children, but what they need is a more relaxed and stable parent first. Then if we think about activities, how many of those activities are really going to be supportive of them? Yeah, a sport is great or something else, but being mindful that in those afternoons, they need downtime. Because what can commonly happen, and this is where you start to see things like ADHD symptoms. I have a lot of children that might come in and they've come from school, they go straight to another activity, and then they're quite exhausted, but instead of showing tiredness, the body goes into overdrive. Yep. And this is where we see the increase in cortisol, increase in adrenaline, and they're almost on that hyper state. And we think, well, is that they need more exercise, or is that their body's just overwhelmed, been way too much going on, and it needs to relax?
Okay. Let's take a quick pause there. We'll be back in a moment. Continue this conversation with Natalie Nichols from Plex Learning.